Hey, what's going on, everybody? I made this video specifically for those who are familiar with Amazon. You've been doing this for a little bit of time, and I want to focus on giving you guys a little bit of encouragement. It's so important if you're going to be successful on Amazon. Let's get right into it. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, guys, thanks so much for deciding to join me on this short video. I really appreciate your time. And as I said in the intro, what I want to talk about specifically is encouragement. It is so important. In fact, it's probably one of the crucial differences between whether or not you have success selling on Amazon or whether you eventually just walk away from it. You have to be motivated. But let's be honest, we're humans and life is going to happen. So what can you do to stay motivated? Let me give you an example. Okay, so if you've been doing arbitrage for any length of time, you are going to run into the obstacles of finding product. The life of your business, if you're doing Amazon, is in getting the retail. The money is made when you buy. It's knowing how to buy correctly, but it's also finding the right products. Just because you know what a good deal is doesn't mean you're always going to find the deal. So I thought it was very important to make this video. It's a little bit different because usually when you come to content creators like myself and other channels, you're looking for tips, tools, and things that you can actually roll up your sleeves and get going with. But you have to understand, all of that means nothing if you can't continue in the fight, and it's going to be a fight. So what I'm talking about specifically is when you're out doing retail arbitrage, you're running around in a store, or even if you're online and you're just not finding the products, you have to understand, the question is, what do you do? Because, I'll give you a perfect example. Look at me. I work a regular job, and you guys know, specifically, I'm typically talking to people who are in a similar situation like me. Obviously, in order for you to understand me and where I'm coming from, it helps if we're coming from similar backgrounds. And there are a lot of people who are working class citizens, and they've decided to go with Amazon as a way to better their situations financially. So you take me. I work nights. I'm a truck driver. You guys know that. I get off work. I'm on my way to the studio, which is where I am right now. And the interstate is completely backed up, gridlock. I mean, just not moving. I got to try to go around. I got to do some sourcing before I get here. But that's already thrown me back as far as the schedule that I need to keep because I got other stuff to do. And so I understand where you're coming from. When you're out there doing retail arbitrage, it eats up time. When you're doing online arbitrage, time is just ticking. And so it can become discouraging when you're not finding the deals. But just remember, guys, stay in it. You're going to have those days where you don't find the deals that you want. Sometimes you're just going to have to come back another day. Sometimes you make do with some deals that aren't as good, but you realize you take those deals because you have to keep feeding the beast. Your Amazon business is a beast. You have to feed it. If you don't keep the inventory going in, you're not going to get what you want out of it. You have to understand, for those of you that follow my channel, I'm just a small guy. I mean, I don't even have 500 subscribers, and I don't care. I made a decision to help you guys out. It cost me. It doesn't matter. I'm here because this is something that I've chosen to do. But if you look at, for example, I'm going to pull up my app. I want to refresh it here and see if anything's changed. It didn't. So I'm going to let you see my screen here, and I'm not very good at showing that, but if you could see it, let's hope you can. You're talking 13,300, and you'll know as you get familiar with the app, it's not in real time. I'm probably doing 13.6 for the last 30 days right now. But the point is this: I am no different than you. And once you know the skills that I teach, you're just as good as me. So whatever's happening to you, it's happening to me too. I'm having days like today where I ran out of time. It's frustrating because I could not browse at my leisure and just source. That's going to happen with most of you because you have lives and you're trying to build this business in addition to everything else that's going on in your life. So you just have to be encouraged. This is the reason why I'm showing you my app, so that you can see the numbers that I'm doing as a truck driver, as a father, as a husband, as a homeowner, all the things that I do. And on top of that, you can have success on Amazon, but you have to have the right mindset and you have to be able to get through those discouraging times, because it's going to happen. And I hope that this helps you guys out. It's so important. You know, you're going to hear me talk about this quite often because it's just the way my mind works. I have a kind of weird way of looking at life, and the nuances that I tend to focus on is what comes out on film. So for you guys that follow me, get used to it. You know, it's so easy to be inspired, energetic, enthusiastic when everything is going good. That's not what determines whether or not you're going to have success. I mean, think about it. It's the things that happen to you and how you react when things aren't going so good. You know, you're going to have bad days. Do not give up. That's part of the process. Okay? You have to remember, life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you deserve. And if you don't have the ability, if you don't have, you know, what it takes to go through the tough times, then guess what? You don't deserve to have success in this business or anything else. Those who get rewarded are those who can persevere. That's all there is to it. And, you know, you'll notice a lot of my videos aren't so much about the mechanics. That doesn't really change. You know, of course, we have to talk about how do you do things, how do you source and all this crap. But at the end of the day, once you figure that out, that's pretty much that once you got that, you got it. You know how to do this business. You've watched the videos. 9 times out of 10, if you're watching my video, you're watching others. All of this content out there. And if you're successful right now, good. Don't let me waste your time. This video isn't for you. This is for the person that could use some encouragement. The person that's wondering, can I really be successful? The person that's asking, why am I not finding anything? If you're not finding anything, it's because of 2 reasons. 9 times out of 10, it's either you're not putting in enough time, you're not being patient, which falls under time, okay? Or you're just having a bad day. Recognize that. You're going to have bad days in this business. There's no way around it. Recognize it and just chalk it up as a bad day, move on. That's why, in another video we did not too long ago, I talked about retail arbitrage versus online. If you're doing both, which is what I ended up suggesting, if you're doing both, then you got twice the chance of finding deals. But you got to understand, guys, recognize that for what it is, because at that moment, you're going to feel bad. You've been in a store for 45 minutes to an hour and you didn't find nothing. You've been online an hour and you're saying, man, just no deals out here. That's not going to feel good. Recognize that so that you can just push through it. And I don't care. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't care how many tools you have. There's a lot of people selling tools that's supposed to help you find this and find that. Yeah, that takes a lot of the legwork, but you still gotta roll up your sleeves, dig in the trenches, and with all these tools, there are going to be days where you don't find the deals. That just happens, and that's what separates the successful from the not so successful or the complete failures. Your ability to persevere through the tough times. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, guys. I hope it's encouraging. Remember, this wasn't a video talking about technique. Technique is good, but as a lot of successful people will tell you, it's those who can persevere. You can have a guy, look at sports. Sports is a great analogy. You can have a guy who's a better gifted athlete and he still doesn't win that ultimate prize. It's the guy who wasn't gifted, but he fought that fight and he just would not give up. He put the work in, okay? And the things that he did when things weren't going so great, that's what determined how far he could go, okay? So I hope this helped, guys. Remember, I'm here to help you. Also, remember, if it's a day where you're not finding the deals, maybe that's a day where you got an email from me because you were subscribed to my free list and maybe I gave you a few things. Maybe you looked at that email with the free leads that I give and you didn't like anything that I gave, but it sparked something else. You went out there, you started looking, and before you know it, something else popped up that was a deal. So take advantage. And with that, I want to say, if this video was of any value to you, please give it a thumbs up, share it. Also, subscribe to the channel so that you can know when I'm coming out with more content. Make sure to visit OnLineInternetProfits.com. Sign up for the free leads so that when we put them out, you can get them. Cost you absolutely nothing. But when we get them, you'll get the automatic email that says, hey, check this out. We got some free leads. And we're building that up. We're making a concerted effort. You know, we give them when we can, but it hasn't been good enough. And I'm willing to admit that. We got to do better, and we're going to do better. So take a minute, do those things. Sign up, hit the bell notification so you can be notified. Go to Online Internet Profits, sign up for the free leads. That's going to conclude this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This is What to Sell on Amazon. I'm Horace, and I'm out.
Oh, yeah.